I came across this one hadith that didn't just inspire me, it completely reframed the way I looked at money, success, stress, everything. And the craziest thing is I came across it at the perfect time. It hit me at a time when I was struggling between studies, goals, pressure, expectations. And it made me realize that the reason so many of us feel so overwhelmed in life maybe is because our focus is in the wrong place. And this hadith, it exposed that truth in the rawest way possible. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Man kanat ad-dunya hamma, faraq Allahu alayhi amrah, wa ja'ala faqrahu bayna 'aynayhi, wa lam ya'tihi min ad-dunya illa ma kutiba lahu. Wa man kanat al-akhiratu niyyatah, jama'a Allahu lahu amrah, wa ja'ala ghinahu fi qalbih, wa atathu ad-dunya wa hiya raghimah." Whoever is focused only on this world, Allah will confound his affairs and make him fear poverty constantly. And he will not get anything of this world except that which has been decreed for him. Whoever is focused on the hereafter, Allah will settle his affairs for him and make him feel content with his lot. And his provision and worldly gains will undoubtedly come to him. And this hadith, it really brought so much clarity to me. I sent this hadith to one of my friends, who's in university. And in university, young guys, that they struggle with the cost of living crisis. They're trying to figure out how to deal with all these expenses. I mean, you move out to live on your own and your expenses shoot through the roof. And he's like, bro, I'm constantly worried about this. My dad has paid so much for my university. And even then, it's not enough to cover my cost of living. How am I gonna go to him and say I need more? I'd be very, very ashamed. I mean, I can't do it, bro. I can't go to him and say, give me more. That's too much. I sent him this hadith. It was like this hadith was talking directly to me. And I know there's a lot of us out there that can relate to this. Because this hadith, it diagnoses the root problem. This dunya first mindset. Always concerned about the immediate. Always concerned about, this dunya, like how am I going to deal with my rent? How am I going to deal with the cost of university? How am I going to deal with this and this and this? To be honest, this hadith reveals why even successful people feel so empty inside, because Allah will confound his affairs. And it's very interesting, if you look up the meaning of confound, it means to cause confusion or surprise in someone, especially by not according with their expectations. So what's the practical implication of that? Let's say you're studying so hard in school and university and you're still not getting good grades. Let's say you're working so hard on your startup business and you're still not seeing results. That's because Allah has confounded your affairs. You have an expectation that, I'm gonna see results because I'm working so hard, but then you don't see those results. You fear poverty constantly because you have made this dunya your priority. Because when your heart depends on money, success and validation to feel happy, Allah will confound your affairs. That means that there's nothing stable in your life. There's no stability in your finances, in anything else. And the fear of poverty never leaves you. You're constantly worried about this. There's constant anxiety. And the worst part is that you get what was decreed for you anyways. So you've been chasing all of this money and everything, all of these grades for nothing. You're gonna get what's decreed for you and nothing more. Think of it this way. You work so hard in school because you're trying to get good results so you can pass the exam. Why not change your intention? The main purpose of this hadith really is about intention. Whatever you do, minor or major, set the intention right. Set the intention to please Allah, because the very purpose of your existence is to please Allah, is to worship Allah. And that doesn't just mean that you fall down in prayer and just pray to Him and make dua and recite the Quran. It means so much more. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I did not create mankind and jinn except to worship me. Now when you say, I want to work so hard on my grades so that when I become a good doctor, I'm able to help so many people. By the permission of Allah, I'm able to save so many lives. Why not make that your intention? Let's say you're studying to become an engineer. Why not make the intention, instead of studying so hard in physics and math so I can pass this exam and move on to year 2, why not think long term? Why have this constricted, narrow vision? Think that, okay, I'm gonna work so hard, become a good engineer, so wherever people are struck with poverty, I can go and provide them with electricity, with good functioning homes. Whatever it is that you are studying, just try to find a good intention for it. And to be happy in your pursuit of something, there has to be something that drives you. There has to be a greater purpose to it. Like, why are you doing what you're doing? And when your priority becomes Allah, your priority becomes the salah. Bro, I know what being busy feels like, okay? If you're saying I'm so busy, I can't find time for anything, I'm so stressed, bro, why not try to make Salah your priority? Because if you put Allah first, Allah will put you first. It's very simple as that. Make that your rule of thumb and live by it. If you make time for Salah in your busy routine and you try your best to offer it properly, and fulfill the rights of Salah, fulfill the rights of Allah, Allah will make time for you in other things. He'll put barakah in the rest of your time. When you're focused on becoming a better Muslim, improving your character, learning the Quran, reciting the Quran, Allah will settle your affairs. Like the hadith said, you'll have contentment in your lot. Money won't be a concern for you because Allah will put barakah in your rizq. That money will be able to sustain your life. Now your focus will just shift to how can I benefit people better? How can I give back to my community more? Your provision will come without panic, without anxiety. You'll function better in this dunya because your heart is not enslaved to it. What are some real life examples of just chasing the dunya and not the akhirah? Right? Of having the wrong intentions. For example, you're studying so hard in school, not seeing good results. Again, working hard in your business, not seeing your rizq. You're overthinking the future, comparing yourself to others, not happy with what you have. And all of this is a result of you putting this dunya before the akhirah. And Allah is confounding your affairs, all so that you can return back to Him. See, there's a blessing in disguise in every trial and tribulation that you go through. One of my friends asked me, how can I make the akhirah my intention? Like, how can I just embed it into my mind? That yeah, I'm doing this for the sake of Allah. You know, whatever I'm studying, how can I just ingrain it into my mind every single time I study that this is for Allah? And the thing is, bro, your intention is something that you will struggle with for the rest of your life. And you struggling with your intention, you're striving against your nerves to make your intention right. That's a sign in and of itself that you're not a munafiq, you're not a hypocrite. Because Sufyan al-Thawri, rahimahullah, what did he say? He said that the thing he fought against the most was his intention. It tossed and it turned on him. That's what he said. Now, if people with such as the likes of Sufyan al-Thawri, if they struggle with their intention, then of course we will as well. But there's ajr and the reward it is in just struggling and trying to make your intention only for Allah. So really you have to remind yourself before every major and minor decision that this is for Allah, and make the dua to Allah that, Ya Allah, make my efforts only for you, not to impress anyone else and not for any worldly gain. One day you're gonna die and everything that you built for yourself in this dunya is gonna stay here. The only thing you take with you is your a'mal, your actions and your intentions. وَإِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. And bro, your actions are based upon your intentions. The reward you get is based upon what you intended. So I just want to reiterate the importance of this hadith. Just make it the blueprint to a healthy life. Holistic self-improvement as a Muslim. This is what it really is all about. Everything you do, even the gym. The dua I like to make when I'm going to the gym is, oh Allah, grant me strength to my body and discipline to my soul through this workout. So just try. No matter what you do, no matter how worldly it seems, just try to make the intention for Allah. Because if you put the akhirah first, the dunya will follow. If you put the dunya first, everything collapses. We know from the Sahaba radiallahu anhum ajma'in that they ran away from the dunya. They left the dunya behind them and the dunya followed them. Such is the promise of Allah. So send this video to a friend of yours who's been prioritizing the wrong things, and hence why he might be feeling very stressed about his financial conditions. And let me know in the comments if you would like me to cover another hadith like this or another similar topic. Other than that, take care of yourself. Wassalamu alaikum.